Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. Thank you. Outcome and advice. Awesome. Alrighty. The overall energy of today's reading is the Queen of Cups. Looks like a lot of emotions and someone who knows how to work with their emotions. Someone, it's a very caring energy, very loving. Something I'm drawn to this, her crown chakra, what she has going on. It's more like her third eye chakra. Something she's seeing, thinking about as she's filling this cup. Definitely this flow state energy, growth. Feels like a lot of internal growth. Someone creating a lot of space, easy for me to say. Someone creating a lot of space within. Someone who's explored who they are. And is in that real flow space of they love who they are. They like who they are. They understand themselves. Very nurturing, loving energy as well. Wow. Awesome. What do we know? What do we need to know about this Queen of Cups energy? Who's in this energy? Challenged by Death card, an ending. Very sweet energy. Is challenged by an ending, scorpionic energy, transformation. Tell me about this transformational energy. Ooh, boy. Okay. King of Wands, High Priestess, Five of Cups, Knight of Wands. It's a lot of action here. And the way the King of Wands is showing up with his back turned. This is the vice versa tarot deck. Feels like you're having to keep your moves hidden. The Queen of Cups needs to keep her moves hidden. She's tapping into her High Priestess energy to navigate through some type of ending. Using her intuition. She's keeping things to herself. This is a very secretive energy, so it feels like she's keeping her moves. There's a lot of secret. Some ending is a challenge. It's a definite ending with the Death card. And this sweet energy is having to keep her moves hidden, having to keep her own counsel. Feels like she's intuiting a lot. It feels like she's making moves, and this is her guidance system, like an internal guidance system. And it's Five of Cups, so much grief, so much sadness at this ending, but it feels precarious because of all the secretive kind of needing to make your moves hidden. And you're following your guidance system. Feels like a very tricky situation. There's also this energy of following your desires, taking action towards what you prefer. Feels like an environment, something is ended. And it's challenging for this very sweet Queen of Cups energy. I get the feeling that this Queen of Cups is expanding into different aspects of herself. And so this challenging ending is inviting her to be more, like expand, to explore different aspects of her energy, of her personality. So she's been in this kind of sweet, nurturing energy, and she's needing to learn how to make moves quietly, going within, learning to trust her own navigational system and her intuition. Feels like she's healing on the way from this ending and the upset and the grief. I get the feeling that something has ended a while ago. There's just a lot of disappointment around whatever is ending. But it's almost like the Queen of Cups doesn't have time to really fully heal before she makes moves. It's kind of like making moves, listening to intuition, healing, processing through as best she can her emotions. I'm saying she because it's Queen of Cups. I don't see this specifically applying to a gender. I'm talking about the type of energy and a personality. Okay. Any Wheel of Fortune coming out as a challenge. It feels like it's a challenge for the Queen of Cups to take control of her life, of her destiny. But that's what these moves are doing after this ending. Feels like the Queen of Cups, like a really sweet, kind, maybe a little bit of a pushover type of energy, is expanding, growing, testing out different gears. Wow. Rebalancing and choosing to be happy. So in the Ten of Cups, these people are in the real world. They have gone through all the cups in the tarot. They've gone through the difficulties. They've gone through the hardships, the highs, the lows, the in-betweens. And it's a choice. I'm choosing to be happy. I'm going to balance this out, balance out the energies. There's a lot of watery energy here. Queen of Cups. Emotions. And so it feels like patience, temperance, patiently, it feels like there's a lot of repressed emotions, unexpressed, repressed. So there's a lot of emotions. To work through, to balance out. There's a lot of, so it feels like you're taking action. There's a need to take action, and then healing along the way is what I'm getting from this. In what's hidden, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Not tolerating abuse, not tolerating a bully, leaving that. I love when those happens. Five of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay. So I get the feeling very clear that the Queen of Cups, what's hidden is she's done. That's a very sweet, kind person, but she's done. No more bullying. No more someone making her feel like less. Taking advantage of power dynamics. unequal power dynamics. Now I get why there's so much hidden in the overall energy. Moves, keeping your moves hidden. It feels like you're, whoever this is for, I'm assuming you're the Queen of Cups viewer, and there's a need, there's an ending that's creating a challenge, and using your guidance system to get you out of this, to make moves, to take control of your life. It looks like you've determined in a very clear way that enough is enough. So this sweet energy is done. No more bullying. No, I can feel that. Yeah. Oh, Seven of Wands, Ace of Swords. The truth. This is the truth. You're tired of this bully. You've got the truth and you've got the higher ground. Seven of Wands. You're protecting yourself with the truth. Okay, now there's something about this truth that feels like you speaking a truth, a foundational truth, standing on business, standing up for yourself, protecting yourself, is not welcome in this environment. It feels like your truth is subversive, it feels like your truth, you speaking it, you standing your ground is not welcome in this environment. Tell me more about this truth in Seven of Wands. Okay, King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups in reverse. I get the feeling that you are standing up to your bullies in what's hidden. Feels like you were speaking some uncomfortable truths, calling people out. Your mindset was a little too independent. You were thinking and speaking independently. This feels like a very controlled environment that you're coming out of. I hope that that's what this is referring to. Not going to take it anymore. Standing up, speaking truths to some type of bully, standing your ground. So you're taking your power and speaking independently, and it was making someone very unhappy. Someone who feels like you were acting too full of yourself, too confidently, feeling comfortable speaking these truths in an environment where truths are not allowed. Looks like you've healed a lot, and this person can't get you to stop speaking truths. Can't knock you off your block. It looks like you healed something within yourself, and you're not tolerating someone bullying you. You're standing up for yourself, and this person can't. It feels like they used to be able to keep you in line, bullying you, chipping away, keeping you small, but this looks like you're starting to stand up for yourself. which is just making this person miserable. How dare you? How dare you? It also looks like you start pulling your focus away from this person, from the relationship. You're focusing on yourself, what you want to create for yourself. That is not allowed. Not by whoever this bully is. That's not permitted. You're not allowed to be independent, to want what you want, to have what you want. This feels like a very controlling environment. With Five of Swords in reverse twice, it feels like they're trying to kind of get you back into line, bully you back into line, and you're refusing. Okay, so this person escalates to Five of Swords, 10 of Swords. 2 Five of Swords in reverse. You're not tolerating their bullying. You're communicating truths back to them, standing up to them, standing your ground, becoming more independent, saying whatever you want to say. And that's not tolerated in this environment by this person. They can't have that. So they're going to create a very painful ending. Overkill. So these little that's not working, so they need to overkill, create hopelessness and despair within you. So you'll stop reimagining your life and go back to tolerating, to making yourself small, towing the line. Empress with her back turned. It feels like I'm talking to somebody who's tapped into in this story, tapped into their divine feminine energy. Might have been a bit of a pushover, a sweetheart. But when you start speaking up, questioning authority, speaking your truths, being too independent, maybe going after something that created an independence or abundance for yourself, and this person, that's not accepted. You need to be brought down. You need to be put back in your place. Instead of going back into that putting in your place, it looks like you turn your back, recognizing this is not friendly energy. And so your back turned on this energy, maybe gray rocking. And so that explains. Now I get why you're keeping your moves so hidden. Because you've got a bully. You've got someone who feels very confident with controlling your life, the narrative, your narrative. This is a conscious effort to create a very painful ending. Maybe one that you couldn't get back up from. So they feel that their perspective of you is true. All right, the outcome and advice. We've got Sun card, a spotlight, truth, happiness. What do the people who are here need to know? What's advice? Okay. Oh, wow, the Queen of Cups trying to come out. Okay. The Hermit card and the Ace of Wands coming out as a challenge to the sunshine energy. I think it's a challenge because you're having to do this by yourself. You're being bullied. There's a power dynamic, a really bad power dynamic here. Feels like someone's taking advantage of your sweetness, your kindness. But then you started getting lippy. speaking truths, standing up for yourself, which is not tolerated. So you need to be destroyed. Because Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, this person needs you to carry their burdens. Queen of Cups with her back turned, 10 of Wands. This person depends on you just taking, tolerating, being sweet, being kind. You're not allowed to have any other gear. It feels like you are, the Queen of Cups is carrying the emotional burdens. Tempering, alchemizing emotions for this person. And they can't have, so it feels like they're using you. They're using you for your ability to process through emotions, to stay balanced, to be giving and generous, probably over giving. So this person doesn't want fair. They don't want to grow. They don't want to expand. They don't want that type of growth. They just want you, the Queen of Cups, to stay processing their emotions, keeping them balanced, burdened. The challenge is going at it alone. The challenge is trusting when to take action. It feels slow going, quiet, using your intuition, a bit secretive, keeping your own counsel, figuring your own stuff out, getting like escape. I don't want to like exaggerate. I want the most resonant, and it feels like it's a bit perilous. It's a little dicey because this person feels entitled to you, like they own you, and you're just needing to be decimated. So you go back to tolerating, to taking, to carrying their burdens. But it feels like once you get the clarity, once you understand what's really going on, the challenge is to know when to take action and when to process and heal. It feels like you're cycling quickly to kind of help you leave, help you heal on the go. Patiently waiting for the next time to make a move. Yeah, this feels like with Lovers reverse, it feels like a breakup. You've got the strength. Once you stop fixing and trying to fix, it feels like you're tired of being a support character for this person who's a bully, who's mean. And you're, with the Fool card, you're taking a leap of faith and ending a cycle. World card, beginning and ending. And you're no longer abandoning yourself to be in a relationship. Feels like there's an abandonment wound at the heart of this. Any last messages for whoever's here? For that Queen of Cups energy, that sweet, kind energy. Feels like you're learning different ways. King of Wands in reverse. Not making moves. Insecure. Allowing your fears to dictate. So, for some of you, King of Wands reverse, Six of Swords reverse. Not facing your fears keeps you in walking on eggshells. Anxious. This whole reading feels like someone expanding, someone who's outgrown their environment and who's leaving a toxic environment, relationship, having to tune into their intuition, when to make moves. And the moment you know you get that hit, that's when you need to know. You're not going to get that hit if you're listening to your intuition, your high priestess. Just stay as calm and open as possible. These are subtle energies. Lower chakra, when to move, when to take action. You'll get the idea and the intuitive hit right when you need to make it. And so there's a lot of trusting and healing along the way, taking action, choosing to be happy, healing. Because you can't find happiness here with this bully. So, all right, that's your reading. I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day.